Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about. Oh, sorry. Yes, that was a humble brag. That's probably the most strong note I've been able to hold for quite some time. How are you guys doing? Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Ladies and gentlemen, I have to give Megan her props because work has been a bit manic. I'm not even supposed to be here right now. But you see, and guys, I had already prepared my apologies. I'm sorry I can't come online today. But then the breaking news hit the ether that Megan is going solo. Megan is going solo. And of course, guys, you know what we do on this channel? We somehow find a way to wade through the bullshit. So I thought after I saw how that clown, who is not a journalist, by the way, Matt Wilkinson, was reporting this pretty amazing news from House Sussex as if it was a failure, I thought, nah, I can't let Megan down in these moments, this time that she needs me the most. We have to come here, clarify the tea, and that is why I'm here. And I do apologize, guys. I wanted to start this live by 5, but yeah, that was not going to happen. Good evening, good evening, good evening. My name is N for NECA. I hope you guys are doing well. Thank you for joining me on this Friday night. We have a lot of tea, ladies and gentlemen. Now, the focus of this evening was going to be Kate Middleton's disgusting feat, the continued humiliating and embarrassing failure of House Windsor and House York. But like I said, we got a lovely, pleasant surprise from the one, the only Duchess Meghan and House Sussex, as ever is expanding, as ever is thriving, and we are excited to see the next chapter for our fave Duchess Meghan. Of course, because the British media cannot help themselves, like I said at the beginning, they decided to take what is actually pretty impressive, bloody impressive good news for Meghan and the as ever business and turn it into their usual filth. It's disgusting to see, it's frustrating and very annoying, but guys, that is why we are here. We will not have content if we were not here to clarify the tea. So if you're enjoying my content, please continue to like, subscribe, and share. Guys, please engage with the chat. Do not come on my live and not say a word. I won't tolerate that anymore. I'm sorry. You need to come on here and at least drop a heart, drop a like, say something, give me a super chat. Let me explain why you need to do this stuff, guys. Because if you show people that my channel gets engagement and is profitable, I can grow my channel. I know it's weird, it's ridiculous. I don't like the way things are working with YouTube, but what the hell can I do? It's beyond me. I'm trying to grow my user, guys. I cannot believe I've not even hit 3K. Come on, that's not fair. I'm not blaming those of you that are consistent. God bless you. But I really want to expand my channel. And as you can imagine, guys, I'm always dragging the royal family. And it will not surprise me if they've suppressed my channel. It won't. Because I'm not hitting at Megan. I'm telling the truth about the bullshit. And I am dragging this sex trafficking supporting incompetent ass racist family weekly. So of course you're going to suppress my content. And that's why I need you guys to help me engage with the chat, keep it popping, keep it cool, so that we can keep these moments going. And yeah, so before I get to the Megan tea, don't worry, we're getting there. I had to first of all wade through a couple of shit. And I'm going to show you to get us to the facts. Because like I said, there's one thing for sure, two things for certain. The British media couldn't tell the truth if it slapped them in the tits. They couldn't tell the truth if it slapped them on the tits. Why? Because they are thirsty. They are thirsty for content. And let me show you what I mean. Oh, sorry. Let me see all that. Let me just hide all that. You're seeing all my shit now. Oh my god. Yes. So let me give you some of the tea. Let me show you why I always tell people I know Megan brings a lot of SEO, but be careful, otherwise you could unintentionally be feeding the trolls and be making things worse. Do you see how they are reporting Megan ending her partnership with Netflix? Do you see that? Shout out to Rebecca the Squaddies. See that? See, see, see. What the and guess where they got this information from? Just guess. Guess, guys. Guess. Guess. Oh, wow. This is all me. This is me supporting Duchess Meg, and I love you, Meg. Let me take you to my ex so you can see where they got this information from. Uh-huh. Oh, oh wow. I'm supporting more supporters of Megan than I thought. Shout out to you. Shout out to you, Mr. Let me show you. So, unsurprisingly, the person that spread this nonsense and misinformation was Matt Wilkinson from The Sun. And look at how he worded it. Now it's Nexit. Megan Sussex has split from Netflix and has taken full control of her jam making firm after fearing it was being held back by the streaming giant. And now I'm going to show you what was the actual statement from her spokesperson. And I cannot believe it, guys. You see, this is my problem with these platforms. People Magazine, I don't like, but they are the only people who at least make 10% of an effort to report the news exactly as it is. So here is how People Magazine have reported the Meghan and Netflix partnership ending. Megan Sussex, I don't know why people calling her Meghan Markle. Megan Sussex and Netflix have ended their relationship on as ever. And they go even further to ask the right question. What does this mean for the brand? As ever is now ready to stand on its own. Now, I want you to look at this before I go far and compare it to this ridiculous headline. When we tell you guys that this is stochastic terrorism, a need to always find the negative, twist themselves into pretzels to report bullshit, right? Instead of just telling the truth as is. Because they can never, ever, ever report Megan is doing well. Not even by mistake, ladies and gentlemen. They have to lie and spill the tea in a stupid way so that all of you like, oh my god. Because I'm sure for many of you that are Megan fans, when you first saw it, you were probably thinking, oh no, what happened? Oh no, what happened? When in reality, this is a very, very good thing. Think about it, guys. Let's remind ourselves. When did Megan's business start? I don't even think it's a complete year. Megan's business officially went live April 2025. And do you know how impressive it is that not up to a year after, the financial backing, and not just the financial, the name branding backing that she got from Netflix that helped her boost the credibility of her business is no longer required. Do you know how crazy that is in less than a year? Mm? Many celebrities, let's keep it 500%. Many celebrities cannot get a brand like Netflix to back their business endeavors. Very good example, Victoria Beckham. Victoria Beckham, for reasons I will never understand, in the late 90s or early 2000s, decided she wanted to be a fashion designer. It took her husband's money and over 2 decades for the Beckham business to become profitable. David and Victoria, the Beckhams, are probably the most popular name brands in the world. And it took her business over 2 decades to gain profitability. Now, am I saying that she was approached by other bigger brands? I don't know because we don't know these people's businesses. But either way, even if she decided to keep the IP for herself, go at it alone, if Victoria Beckham was not married to David Beckham, you trust and believe that business would have crashed and burned a very long time ago. And Victoria Beckham was one of the more popular members of the Spice Girls. How many other celebrities? Let's talk about Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Reynolds, yes, ignore the Blake Lively fiasco. Before he destroyed his reputation with his idiot wife, Ryan Reynolds was one of the it was regarded as one of the most successful entrepreneurs in Hollywood. Do you think he would have been able to buy that Mint Mobile, his aviation gin, and other businesses if he wasn't Ryan Reynolds? George Clooney sold a tequila brand for $1 billion. Has a partnership with a coffee brand. I think that partnership is still going, right? It is not Beyonce, but with Beyonce, oh, she's actually a very good example, just like Beckham, right? Through Destiny's Child and the Beyonce brand, they started a clothing line, House of Darion, which I couldn't buy from Nigeria all those years ago and it really pissed me off. They told you that if you bought Beyonce's brand, you will have a body like hers. Right? That business crashed and burned. In fact, Beyonce is a very good example. With the exception of Sacred, Beyonce has not been able to successfully launch a proper brand and keep it going. And I love Beyonce. I have a lot of respect and regard for her. The best performer and entertainer of our generation. Who doesn't know Beyonce? Hell, even if you don't know her that well, Taylor Swift. What business has Taylor Swift been able to launch? Taylor Swift, to get you to buy her albums, she has to make 10 different versions of the same mediocre trash music. It's not easy sustaining a brand, even with name recognition. And the fact that Megan was able to start a business immediately before the business had even sold one item, secure a partnership with a multi-billion multinational like Netflix. So much so did they believe in her that they actually built an entire show around it. The sole purpose was to establish Megan as a luxury brand when it comes to home goods and all that stuff. All of that, despite all the people bashing and saying we hate Megan, trashing her TV show, she was able get Netflix partnership as a buffer for her business. If you listen to her podcast, you will understand where her business falls with all the different entrepreneurs that she spoke to. Get that support, the funding, the backing, all that. Get them to help her construct the lifestyle TV show with the aim of selling of also promoting her and setting her up in that environment as a noteworthy entrepreneur in lifestyle, right? All of that, guys, please do not underestimate door to door. Everything is a year. 1 year. 1 year from when she launched her business, sorry, launched her TV show, less than a year after she launched her business, she is now able to step away from the backing and the partnership. Why? Because as ever has established itself as a successful brand. But that is not, and ladies and gentlemen, it is not me putting a lipstick on a pig. This is the reality of the situation. This is why they are comfortable announcing it. This is a thing we should be celebrating. And the British media knows this, which is why they've decided to pollute the well and put some bullshit. Make it sound like a breakup. Make it sound like things didn't end well. When the spokesperson, and we are about to get some more detail because I haven't even read the People article yet. When the spokesperson did not give any such information to that. Mm? And this is why I tell people be careful where you get your news from. These people are liars. They couldn't tell the truth if you slapped them on the tits. They will lie because not only do they have to spoil Meghan's reputation, they want to sell papers. They would have made as much money if they just told the truth and repeated exactly what the spokesperson said. But no, they had to poison the well. And that's why I said, nah, I need to quickly come on here and clarify the tea. This is a good thing. This is a thing that we should be applauding Meghan for. This is almost unheard of. Open a business in less than a year. You're standing on your own 2 feet. I don't give a damn who you are. That's almost impossible to do. Most of your big name celebrities couldn't pull this off. And that's what I tell people. And and that's what I tell people about the Meghan news. If you're savvy and if your brain is working enough, you can tell that this is just another example of them trying to spoil this woman's name in the media. And that's what we squaddies need to do. That's why we're here, honestly. That's why we're making content. Because we're here to try and clarify the bullshit. Oh. Now, to celebrate Megan's feat, I got some ice cream. Bear with me. I'm going to read the People article so that you can hear directly from the spokesperson. It's not me. Let's hear from the spokesperson. As ever, is ready to stand on its own, says a spokesperson for Duchess Meghan's brand. Meghan Sussex is moving forward with As Ever without Netflix. The Duchess of the Duchess of Sussex's lifestyle brand was developed in partnership with Netflix, but the streaming giant will no longer be a partner in the endeavor. The Sun was unfortunately the first to report this. However, As Ever will continue independently, according to the spokesperson for the lifestyle brand. And this is my problem right here, because everybody was, the Sun is lies. So in my opinion, why not ignore the Sun, wait for the spokesperson from As Ever to actually tell you what happened? But because many of them, because again, that's why I said I don't like using people. All of them, there is not one of them who has even an iota of integrity. If it were me, I would have waited or just directly contacted As Ever myself to say, this is what they are saying. Can you please clarify? But because, sensation is better than fact. But let's continue. A spokesperson for As Ever has said, As Ever is grateful to Netflix's partnership through launch and our first year. We have experienced meaningful and rapid growth. And As Ever is now ready to stand on its own. We have an exciting year ahead and can't wait to share more. A source close to the brand adds, it's a really exciting time for As Ever. And Meghan is building with her team and enjoying the creative fulfillment that comes with creating a brand that's so close to the life she authentically lives. This year is really about establishing the brand and scaling it. Oh my God, guys, we are getting international shipping. Oh my God, guys, I am freaking out. In addition, a Netflix person told people Megan's passion for elevating everyday moments in beautiful yet simple ways inspired the creation of the As Ever brand. And we are glad to have played a role in bringing that vision to life. As it was always intended, please take note of, as it was always intended, Meghan will continue growing the brand and take it to the next chapter independently. And we look forward to celebrating how she continues to bring joy to households around the world. As Ever, and this is to remind you guys, As Ever launched last year, April, with its first product drop completely selling out, including fruit spreads, flour sprinkles, and honey, in connection to her Netflix series. The brand also sold bookmarks, wines, and candles. Harry, okay, I don't care about any of this. No, actually, no. Let me say it. Prince Harry and Meghan announced a reported 100 million deal with Netflix in 2020. Their 2022 Harry and Meghan was one of Netflix's most watched documentary debuts, and the couple have also produced Live to Lead, Heart of Invictus, Polo. However, it was announced in July 2025 that the deal will not be renewed, with a Hollywood insider telling people at the time that the decision reflected a broader shift in Netflix strategy. The streaming service had been moving away from multi project agreements and similarly transitioned to a first look deal with President Barack Obama and Michelle's Higher Ground production company. There are no future plans, unfortunately, for As Ever, uh, for the With Love Megan series. So I hope everybody is now peeping the play. You peep the play. You're patient and you peep the play so you understand what the play was. And let me be very clear, right? Let me even refine. And this is why, in as much as we do commentary, we should always have the integrity to change and adjust when we get new information. From the very beginning, we didn't know what type of arrangement Megan had with Netflix. Yes? Can we all agree? We didn't know. We only took it piecemeal because that was what she was willing to share with us. From what I can see, and I think I'm safe to say this, and I'm sure many of you share that exact same thing. The With Love Megan vehicle was intended to market the As Ever brand. Because before Megan met Harry, hmm, she was a lifestyle girl. She had the TIG, she had all that. A lot of people probably forgot or didn't even know. This was a way of reintroducing Megan. Look, I was doing this before I married this man. I'm coming back to what I did. But instead of just having a website, I have the opportunity to use the platform based off the arrangement I have with Netflix to launch globally. I've done a lifestyle thing. I've shown you, I've shown you the type of image I'm trying to build out here for my lifestyle brand, which is luxury, as they say. What is the word that they're looking for? I think luxury, yeah, luxury brands. Yeah, she's a luxury brand by being a duchess, married to a prince, a very popular, wealthy prince. She's selling that trademark to you. And those of you that liked it, myself included, we bought into it. I can't even count how much money I spent. I most likely spent over £400 buying all of Megan's goods in total. And I haven't even included shipping in that. And I live in the UK, by the way. Not to talk of everybody that bought it from the US. Hmm? Right? And that is how intelligent Megan is. Megan understands show business. She's a Hollywood girl. She understands marketing, branding, positioning, presentation, because she's done it before. The lifestyle brand was a way to introduce us back to her, because unfortunately, thanks to the shenanigans with the idiot British royal family, if she hadn't done all that and she just started selling her brand to you, many people wouldn't have understood its authenticity. They would have just assumed, okay, this is another rich woman who wants to market and shill some nonsense. But by presenting it as a luxury brand and increasing your curiosity, many of you that bought her first drop, from tasting the honey to the spread, to decorating with the flower sprinkles, you knew exactly what you were buying into. And and please, guys, please don't play this game with me. Megan's products are 200% quality. Very good products. That honey, that sage honey with the honeycomb, I've the one feedback I keep seeing online. I have never tasted honey that tastes like that. I don't like honey. I never in my life. If you are giving me honey, I'm like, ew. I don't like it, but I can tolerate it in tea. The fact that I bought honey and I was sucking it from the jar, the fact that I don't eat jam. I don't even eat spread before Megan. But the fact that I bought this stuff and I was eating it, that is a testament to how good the quality was. Don't play that game. Look, let's keep it 500%, guys. A lot of celebrities could have done it. They could have done a cash. They could have just gone for cash. Find some random business, slap their name on it, and sold you nonsense because she has fans. But Megan didn't do that. Megan tried as much as possible, took the time, invested the time to give you quality. And by doing that, partnering with Netflix to help her with, the supply chain, the funding. Again, guys, we don't know the nature of the relationship she had with Netflix. I believe that this thing she did with Netflix was part of the 100 million deal. To be fair, Netflix got a lot out of it, to be fair, though. With Harry and Meghan's lifestyle, 100 million is not a lot of money. Not because they are, anything, but because just their security alone, just their security alone, guys, that must be like what, in well into the millions every year. And that's why you see them working so much because they need the security. But let me not digress. When we put everything together, this has been a wildly successful year for Duchess Megan. And in terms of why is she breaking the partnership, you heard me read it directly from People Magazine, directly from the horse's mouth, Netflix. This was always the plan. That's why you saw Netflix not really getting involved. The plan was probably, we'll stay with you up until this point, give you this amount of investment, we will platform your brand. And guys, it wouldn't surprise me if that was all they gave Megan. It wouldn't surprise me if all they gave her was a platform. We've already paid you 100 million. Okay, we'll give you a crew to follow you around, help you build this reputation as a brand. It would not surprise me if that was the beginning and the end of their investment. Because don't forget, Netflix said they were a silent partner. And that was probably the arrangement that she made with them too. Like the very intelligent businesswoman that she is. You can stay with me for a particular period of time, or when I achieve a certain goal, but then maybe we will regularly be renewing the terms of the arrangement. Some people have those type of arrangements. You could have a contract where you say, okay, if you give me this, this, and this, but then you give it to me for maybe a year, then every year or every 2 years, we come back to the negotiating table and then we see if it's worth it. And it would not surprise me if it was Netflix that asked for it, because Netflix is not what they used to be. They won't just give you cash. Yes, they believe the Megan, but it's still business, right? If her business had flopped, Netflix would be like, girl, well, we tried, but we don't see this being viable. And I think Megan also wanted to maintain her IP, her autonomy. Because now that Megan has gone independent, let's think outside the box. Look, Megan has gone independent. That means that she can sell her business, ladies and gentlemen. That means that Megan can be approached by Walmart, Target, not Target, an international brand, Waitrose. You think businesses are not circling Megan right now, trying to see if they can get her on their either buy the business from her or get her to market with them? You think that they wouldn't be circling her right now? Are you serious? A Megan brand, free from the shackles of Netflix. She's more or less advertised to the world, guys. I'm single and searching. And don't get it twisted, she is searching. If Megan is the businesswoman I know her to be, she will be looking to partner with another brand because she said that her business wants to scale, right? Netflix is not a retail business. They may have the money, but they may not have the infrastructure to help her scale a food business. And that is the truth. Megan wants to scale like any normal person. She has been able to show the world. I want you people to understand from the instant Megan launched this business and sold out and has consistently sold out, Megan became a very attractive prospect. I've just given you guys examples of celebrities who, despite their popularity, have not been able to have a successful, sustainable. In fact, circling back to Beyonce, Sacred is honest to God Beyonce's first non music successful business. And even then, what made Sacred successful? It was those hair drops that they said they were selling 100,000 per minute. That's crazy, by the way. When I tell you people, I told you guys as early as last year, Megan is going to be a billionaire. Many of you were telling me, no, don't set her up. I knew what I was saying. The instant I heard her product sold out, I was like, "Ooh, okay, this is defo confirmed." Megan is not God. It's almost impossible for for celebrities to maintain a successful brand, and for her to have sold out. What are we talking about now? This is not me being a stan. Mathematics: 1 plus 2 equals 3. Right? This is math. If people will buy it from Megan while she is partnered with Netflix, what the hell do you think is going to happen? How many times do I come on my channel and say things like, Megan, we need international shipping? And let me tell you something I saw. I've been looking for this article. They were doing some analysis and they said, surprisingly, the majority of a lot of Megan's products were being sold internationally. Let me look for that article, Seth. Let me check. Because I recall being a bit taken aback when I saw it. Let me check. Um, as ever international sales. If me in the UK can spend all that cash to buy it and it's not available outside the US, then I don't know. Wait, let me see where. I keep looking. I saw it somewhere, guys. I've been looking for it ever since I saw it. You know how X is such a trash bag now? I've been looking everywhere for that article that they said Megan, the majority, that a huge amount of buyers of her products are abroad. I can't, I can't find it anymore. It's unfortunate. If it comes up again, I'll bring it up. See, you see how they are reporting it, and if you're not careful, you would think that Megan is a failure, and that's why we tell you guys to be careful of the British media. They're liars. And don't forget the Rangers who have not been able to recover. I don't know. Frankly, for her to have announced that they have broken the brand now, sorry, they have cut ties now, it means that she's going full sail ahead on her own. I look forward to seeing what she's doing next, frankly. I can't wait. I wonder if she's going to do a partnership with a major retailer that makes it possible for her to scale internationally. I'm very curious to see where she's going to go next. So, yes, as a squaddy, I am very proud of her. She's a black woman, she's a biracial black woman doing something that a lot of black women, unfortunately, a lot of black women are very good entrepreneurs, very good business women. So it's not really surprising, frankly. But it's nice to see a woman of color doing something like this. And I want to stress it again. If you have never used any of Megan's As Ever products, try one. Buy a spread. Buy, if you can get your hands on the chocolates, those expensive chocolate packs. You've seen my videos. They sold out. What are we talking about? So if you're a deranger coming into my chat to give yourself hypertension, I hope the hypertension kills you. Megan is going international, ladies and gentlemen. And I promise you, although I spent all that money now, I can't see what she will do. Unfortunately, I don't need any more products from Megan anytime soon. But if she sells new brands, trust and believe I'm going to buy it. So on that note, ladies and gentlemen, in the chat, please drop a heart congratulating Megan or a clap, whatever, for this wonderful, amazing feat. It's not easy. It's not easy. It's not easy doing what she's done. Despite all the hate, despite all the aggravation, despite all the harassment, she has been able to do what is, in my opinion, bloody impossible, but effing impressive. Produce world class luxury products in secret, had a successful launch, launched a lifestyle TV show to market her products, and is now about to stand on her own 2 feet. I want you to understand this, yeah? Any profit and loss now she makes comes directly and stays in her pocket. And that might explain, guys, that might explain why she wants to start acting again. Because when it comes to celebrity, when it comes to celebration, when it comes to marketing, ladies and gentlemen, PR is PR. If people like you and people love Megan, don't let the press get it twisted. And even those of you that hate her, I want to actually, you know what? Let me take a step back. I would like to give a special shout out to all of the derangers, the Megan haters. I feel like we should thank you because without you, we wouldn't be here. Without you harassing, attacking, and bullying this woman on a daily basis, her SEO will not be popping. If her SEO was not popping, her goods won't be selling. So I guess thanks. You hateful SOBs have made Megan wildly successful. Megan is probably the first member of the royal family, and guys, bookmark this, the first member of the royal family to attain billionaire status, the first member of the royal family to stand independently without using slave money or Epstein class money to do good things. This IP, I keep telling you now that nowadays everybody wants to own their IP. Why? Because you own your IP, you can license your shit. Beyonce, when she did her Christmas halftime, even though Netflix paid her millions, if you go on Netflix right now, You won't find that performance there. Why? Because Beyonce has started licensing her shit. So more or less, they gave her 15 million to license her performance. Hmm. Drop a like for Megan. Drop an applause for Megan. I'm feeling very emotional, guys. I'm feeling very emotional. I'm feeling very emotional because what haven't they done to this woman? Since the moment she breathed air towards their mediocre prince. Sorry, Harry, you have to catch this shit. Megan could have gone about her life. She's gorgeous. She's rich. She would have found her a lovely businessman, lived happily ever after. But for whatever reason, the fates put her aligned with a broke prince from the UK. And what Megan has done to transform that man, there needs to be a book about him. Boosted his confidence, boosted his profile. Now, whenever people think of Harry, they think of Megan. In fact, what am I saying? Megan is the star of that relationship. How many royal spouses have been able to elevate their partners? And I'm going to get to Eugenie and her sister next. Don't worry. Some of them have married criminals. Eugenie. Some of them have married broke perverts. Sarah Phillips, who, from what I've been made to understand, her useless, lazy, scrounging, money stealing husband is now MAGA because, of course, that is his next grift. Anything to avoid working. Eh? Some of them have married people who can't speak English, who, in my personal opinion, can't read and have dusty toes. Kate, Harry found himself a jewel, and that jewel is a very savvy businesswoman who will be spoken of in the corridors of history with respect. Yes, we love Megan here. Thank you, Joanne. Please drop a like to appreciate Megan. Drop a like to appreciate Megan, ladies and gentlemen. This is fucking impressive. And as women, we should be proud of her. What haven't they said about this woman? What haven't they done to this woman? They wanted to kill her. I still believe they want to. Despite all that, she's been able to do the impossible. And when I tell people that Megan inspires me every freaking day, they wonder. I'm like, no, say what you want. Whether you believe she's black enough, that one is your business. Whether you believe she deserves Harry, whether you believe she hates her black side, that's your business. What I admire about her is this resilience. Megan has set a blueprint for women and men all over the world who feel marginalized to get things done despite all the mechanisms created to stop you. If Megan, who gets beaten up daily, can as a woman of color, by the way, can pull this off, then what the hell is your excuse? What's your excuse? Hmm? And don't come here and say, oh, Megan is white passing or white presenting. The British media didn't give a shit. All they saw was black. And they have terrorized her every day since. Because the black girl was not supposed to have this type of a happy ending. The white prince was not supposed to marry her. And even if he married her, She wasn't supposed to be what she's become. First, they were telling us that Harry and Meghan were getting divorced. Then they were saying that they were selling themselves to Hollywood. But guess what's come out, ladies and gentlemen? It wasn't Harry and Meghan, was it? It was Pandrew, House Windsor, House York. Let's talk about House York very. Guys, don't forget to drop a like in the chat to celebrate Meghan for this incredible achievement. House York. Hmm. House York. The British media is trying to play in our faces, ladies and gentlemen. The British media is trying to play in our faces. Let's talk about Eugenie, shall we? Wait, is it Eugenie? I don't. You see? You see? Do you guys remember when they were marketing Eugenie and Beatrice as the quote unquote secret weapon? Do you guys remember that? Do you guys remember that, guys? Hmm? After Harry and Meghan, the only stars of the modern royal family left, they were trying to play in our faces and tell us that Eugenie and Beatrice was supposed to be the next secret weapon that would get the younger generation. Many people don't even know who these girls are. I'm very sure if these girls walk into a shop today, people may not even be sure who they are looking at. No shade to them, but this is who you are expecting us to see as the secret weapon. Anyway, one of them, and I'm not even sure which one. That's why I'm trying to buy time. Actually, one of them has a husband who has been committing criminality and shenanigans abroad. But let me take it a step back. Let's start with this news that apparently Billy Idol and Skeletor have decided that they want to cut Beatrice and Eugenie from the family. They want to keep them at arm's length. We spoke about this before that I was asking, is that fair? I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's fair because the excuses, they don't know the excuses. Oh, they don't know the relationship Beatrice and Eugenie had with Epstein. Prince William, did we not find out while you were in Saudi Arabia that one of Earthshot donors, the head of DP World, was exchanging torture videos with Epstein? Didn't that man have to quit his job? I don't see anybody asking for your ass to be banned from Ascot. In fact, they are inundating us with your bullshit. Hmm? And this came up during a live yesterday, guys, that I joined. And this was what I was saying. Do you know how when they were throwing all these things at Andrew, it got to a point where some of these royalists will go on Jeremy Vine and say, it's too much. It's too much. I truly believe that's what they are doing with Beatrice and Eugenie. They are trying to beat them so hard in the press so that people can come out and say, it's too much. It's too much. They are pushing the victim narrative. They probably got the idea from what happened to Meghan and Harry. when they realized that excessively bullying Meghan and Harry may have inadvertently created supporters. It will not surprise me if they want to try and replicate the same playbook. Because let me just keep it very simple. Because these people are that boring. Prince Andrew was involved with criminal activity with his idiot wife because the spare does not get proper money from the royal estate. This heir and spare nonsense is why the British monarchy continues to be entangled with criminals. Because what do you mean you own the land in the UK? This entire country, UK, by the way, and you've had it for centuries. But you need to be making shady business deals with international businessmen. Houseway, they need to do that because all the money is controlled by the heir and the Royal Crown Estate and the British government. So, because they don't want to pay taxes and they don't want too many eyes on funds moving around, because don't forget, they must have an immeasurable amount of shell companies hiding all their shit. They need to make arrangements with princes all over the world, businessmen, to move cash around. It's a criminal enterprise. So it's very baffling to me that William, in his everyday embarrassing bid to be taken seriously, has the audacity to say that he doesn't want his cousins to be around him and Kate because they're not sure of their associations with Epstein and other criminal things. And I'm like, but you're all criminals together though. So that makes no sense. So there is that. And I believe that by beating the girls in the press, they are hoping to get you to feel sorry for them because I don't feel sorry for any of these people. The only person who ever called out Andrew for his shit was Prince Harry. And they tore him apart in the press. They said, why is he telling family secrets? No one said, good on you, Harry, for speaking truth to power. Now they are all pretending like everybody's memory has been wiped. Now all of them are suddenly pretending that they care about the Andrew situation. And this is how mercurial the British press are. They are useful idiots for the British royal family to get their news out there and to try and spoil their enemies' reputations. But I don't think for a second William would be that stupid, and I don't think he's a very intelligent person, by the way. Even I don't think he would be that stupid to let them get too comfortable with him because he knows that I can't trust these people. But I can use them. I can tell them, okay, fine, with this unspoken of promise of access, I will drop bits and bobs for you to hurt my opponents without giving you access. Don't forget the first word salad, nothing was revealed, pretense sit down interview with Prince William was with Eugene Levi, not a member of the British press, an American, sorry, a Canadian. And if the British media think William is going to give them access, oh, oh dear. So yes, now the tea that I was going to report was on, I'm not even sure if it's Beatrice or Eugenie. One of them's husband, the Italian one. You know, let me even check this. Her Italian husband has been caught out on some business fiasco. Apparently, he had a business that went bankrupt. That in itself is not a crime. It is what it is. Sometimes you invest, it doesn't work out your way. But unfortunately, with all the nonsense around the House York, any type of business dealing that they do or don't do becomes news. I can't find the article. I'll check my, let me check my profile because I could have sworn I bookmarked that one. Let me see if I can find it. Because when I saw it, I was like, of course, criminals, all of them. Aha, here it is. This is not the exact one I was looking for, but let me talk about this one. Look at this, guys. Is this not Princess Beatrice here? With what is alleged to be a Chinese spy. Of course, this happened like 10 years ago. We cannot guarantee that he was spying on Eugenie as far back. So let me give her that one because I'm not a liar. But let's talk about this trip because it's very interesting. And the reason I'm bringing this up is so you can see. I want you to tell me if you hear the similarities. A UK man arrested on suspicion of spying for China went to Nepal with Princess Beatrice. David Taylor, the husband of Labour MP Joni Reid, was arrested in London Wednesday morning. He and the princess went on a 9-day charity trip with several others in 2016. There is no suggestion Beatrice knew anything about Taylor's alleged activities. But let's talk about the trip. The trip was organized by the Franks Family Foundation, a charity of which Beatrix is a patron. The seven strong group traveled by car through Asia and saw the work of Dr. Sanduk Root, a Nepalese eye surgeon who treats patients for free. Funds for this foundation comes from its founder, Simon Franks. According to a contemporary local report, the group visited Nepal's Tiganga Eye Center, Muskan Sewa Nepal Children's Home. The princess also held a private meeting with the Bhutan's royal family. Franks confirmed the trip to iPaper and said Beatrice has worked tirelessly for the foundation over a decade, supporting our education and public health projects in Laos, Cambodia, and Nepal, to which she has traveled on many occasions for the foundation. On one of those trips, Princess Beatrice accompanied a team of doctors across Nepal, India, Bhutan. David Taylor was also on the trip. He claimed Beatrice did not know him prior and has not seen him since. How would you know? And how do we know this is even true? During the time as an advisor to the foundation, I found David to be kind, charitable, and a proud Brit. I was surprised at the arrest. See? See? I won't bore you with the details. But on his LinkedIn profile, this guy who was arrested, he was responsible for overseeing the development and execution of strategic initiatives that connect senior government officials, business leaders, and thought leaders on critical global issues. What the hell does that mean? Publicly available corporate records show he is the director of several businesses, including lobbying firm Earthcott, which sounds a lot like Earthshot, yes? Criminals, all of these people. I don't even know what that last two sentence meant. Sounds like a crime to me. AKA, they have businesses, they make arrangements with foreign governments and go and spy. They get information, trade information, maybe deal information from their rich friends. How is this any different from what Andrew was doing? Please. Because don't forget, this type of opportunities, I can't get those types of jobs. You can't get those types of jobs. These jobs are reserved for rich people. Why? Because people are paying for your access. Eugenie is the daughter of Prince Andrew. Prince Andrew is the younger brother of King Charles. What? Access. And if you've seen the videos of Fergie exchanging money with foreign powers, you will know that they sell access for cash. Eugenie was just doing what her dad taught her to do. Hmm? She was doing what her dad taught her to do. You don't have any marketable skills. You're not particularly pretty. You're not charming. But you know what you are? Connected. So why don't you use that connection, attach yourself to other rich people's charities, and go and terrorize people in their country? Give them access. She claims she was there to help the children, but she still had time to see the Bhutan royal family. All these royal families, they talk to each other. This is how their friends get contracts. This is how all these major capital intensive projects go to only certain people because these people talk to each other. Come and stay in my castle. If you stay in my castle and I'm hospitable to you, because don't forget, they host each other. Come and stay in my castle. Oh, tell me about your dad. How's your dad doing? Oh, he's doing well. Oh, wonderful. Do you know that I have a cousin who opened a bitumen business? And he's trying to, get international. He's trying to expand his business. In the UK, do you guys need bitumen? Can you help me hook up with the British government to, come and buy my cousin's bitumen? Before you know it, boom, some random company has collected a government contract. In the UK, they make their contracts publicly available so people can bid. It is their way to pretend to be transparent. But notice how certain people get certain contracts. Mm? When I tell you guys, this is what the royal family is for. This is why the British government will never let them die. Because all these criminal, shady backdoor deals, everybody profits from it. Everybody profits. They have an arrangement. That's why it's hard to cause international scandal before they could pretend to arrest Prince Andrew, trying to play in our face. These people are criminals, all of them. Now, if Andrew Lonnie, who has made YouTube money talking about Andrew, I can't stand that man. But you know what they say, the enemy of my enemy is not my friend, but someone I can tolerate. Andrew Lonnie, every other business day, reminds us that he has the inside tea about Prince Andrew, but he has never investigated the York sisters, never once, not once, to check all these their so-called businesses. How come one of their husbands has gone bankrupt? Hmm? From what I've heard, he's been living in Florida for 6 months. Hmm? Who's reporting that tea? Instead, you are keeping track of a private citizen's business dealings that she was able to arrange by herself. That is actually, for all intents and purposes, quite transparent. She's a popular name, made a popular deal with a multi-billion-dollar platform. We can visibly see all the things that she's selling. We can see what she's asking us to buy. There's a paper trail. That's who the British media have decided is worthy of our news. But the York sisters, who had close relations with Epstein through their father, and God knows who else, everybody is suddenly blind. They don't have the capacity to go check what these girls have been up to. Both of these girls are almost 40 years old, by the way. They're not girls, they're women, mothers. Mhm. Mm. Ladies and gentlemen, what the F are we talking about then? And this is why I can't take all these their British investigations seriously. If you want to investigate, investigate the whole thing. Investigate Charles, investigate Yorks, investigate them all. Stop trying to play in our face. You've removed Andrew's title, and does it erase all the crimes that he committed? Do we even know the extent of his criminality? You think all that cash, they were flaunting it? They probably kept it somewhere, bought property somewhere, passed it on to the girls for all we know. Are we ever going to find it? No. Because instead of focusing on this particular scandal, we are wasting our time with a private citizen who owes nobody a damn explanation for how she moves. Hmm? And this is a nice segue to the absolutely disgusting display of Skeletor this week. In fact, guys, I won't lie, similar to that busted wig she had in September, this honest to God pissed me off. What the hell is this? What is this? Catherine, come to the front. Can you please explain to the house why your feet are looking like this? Let me see if I can zoom in. Yes. See. What can you guys see her feet, please? Can you see your future queen's feet? Hmm? Do you know why Kate pisses me off? Because there is absolutely no excuse for any of this. Last year, September, she left her house. Whether you believe she's living with her husband, she's not. Whether you believe they're together, they are not. I don't care. She left her house severely underweight, wearing the biggest wig I have ever seen on a white woman. And this is bigger than Dolly Parton because Dolly Parton is intentional. That wig makes her massive emaciated head look huge. She looks like a lollipop. And it made it very, very clear that her eating disorder has gotten to the point where it is painful to look at her. She looks dreadful. And it's pissing me off, guys. Because what is the reason? All that money, Kate, you couldn't get a good wig. And don't forget, children stood in the rain while you held an umbrella to protect your wig, by the way. And now she's back again. There is an absolute lack of self care here that is too irritating to ignore. Now, am I saying Kate should have done what I do? What am I even saying? We live in the year of our Lord 2026. You can get snap on nails if you want, if you're lazy. Or, guys, you can take a nice little, um, you can put normal shellac paint. Somebody can come to your grounds, soak your feet in hot water, and put some nice paint on your feet. But no, I don't know what Kate is trying to do by doing this. I was telling somebody that I think she's looking for attention. She wants attention, guys. I'm serious. And in the chat, let me know what you think. Is this a cry for help? Or is she just looking for attention? Let me know in the chat. What do you think? Is it attention? Is Kate that thirsty for attention, guys? What are we doing here? Mhm. She's not pretty. Kate, do you need attention that badly, love? You need it that badly, love? Shout out to Feminegra, our a friend of the chat. We love you here. I love her take on this. Let's listen. During a recent visit to Leicester's Golden Mine and Shriji Dam Havili Hindu Temple, apologies if I'm getting this wrong, Kate Middleton joined holy celebrations with members of the local community and tortured us all. The princess watched Bollywood dance performances, received a flower garland, sipped chai, sampled spicy snacks while crowds gathered along the route. As part of temple customs, Kate removed her shoes before entering. Photographers captured her busted ass nails walking barefoot across the red carpet inside the temple. Those photos quickly circulated online. The images showed unpainted nails, dried skin, ridges on her feet, details that rarely escape scrutiny when royal women are involved. Yet, what stood out was not the photographs themselves, but the media reaction to them. In many cases, mainstream coverage focused almost entirely on Kate's warm participation in the cultural event instead of dissecting her busted ass toes. The restraint is notable, and it is because royal coverage has rarely ever been so generous. As past reporting shows, the media once devoted significant attention to analyzing Meghan's feet when she appeared barefoot during ceremony. Sorry. Let's give a reminder of the royal standard. From the Sun, royal life with red carpet events and glittering balls seems glamorous, but frequent outings in high heels can take a serious toll on one's feet. A podiatrist, they went to get a podiatrist, guys, has pointed out that both Kate and Meghan are members of the not so exclusive Bunyan Suffering Club, along with numerous celebrities. Foot experts, because that's the thing now, have suggested that years of wearing pointed high heels can affect the shape of the toes and arches of the feet. During a royal tour of India and Bhutan several years ago, Kate was photographed barefoot visiting the Gandhi Smriti Museum. Experts later suggested that years of wearing heels could have attributed to low arches and bunions. Meghan, of course, faced the same scrutiny when a small scar on her feet was photographed during the traditional Maori welcoming ceremony. At that time, speculation emerged that Duchess Meghan may have previously undergone bunion surgery. What? Now, of course, they are dragging her. Now that photographers have captured Kate's disgusting feet during the temple visit, mainstream coverage has taken a noticeably different tone. Most outlets focused on the cultural engagement and praised the princess for warmly joining the holy celebrations. Ladies and gentlemen, these are weighty Middleton's feet and hands. Look at her. What is this? What's this? Kate, you don't have cream? Hmm? Someone in the chat said Kate looks like she's living in the tower. Guys, at this point, is she not? Hmm? Kate Middleton's fans, she has fans, argue that social media criticism about one's feet is petty and unnecessary. Oh, but many of you have the time to harass Meghan's daughter's hair and say it's unkempt. Critics, meanwhile, point out that similar, exactly, scrutiny was wildly normalized when Meghan was the target. At the end of the day, the story exposes media dynamic more than anything else. When Meghan appeared barefoot during this ceremony, the tabloids turned her feet into a full-blown news cycle. When Kate Middleton, meanwhile, enjoys the softer, almost protective cover of the press. The same publications that harassed Meghan have suddenly learnt restraint, guys, when it comes to Catherine Middleton. And we all know good and damn well Meghan would never have been caught dead with her feet looking like this. So I have to ask, what is the problem? I think she's doing it for attention, guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know. Please feel free to disagree with me in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. This is the behavior of a very unserious person. She doesn't take care of her hair, doesn't take care of her hands and feet. Now, it's one thing if she was a single mom holding down two jobs with five children. I get it. Hell, even if she wasn't a single mom, if she was the average person, look, shit, life is hard. We're going through seasonal depression. Who has time for all that? Even me, yeah, that I don't have any responsibilities like that. There are times that I just let myself go. But you see, I am not in the public eye, and I don't have the machinery Kate Middleton is supposed to be having at her beck and call when she goes for public appearances. How many of us have that? A lot of celebrities don't even have that. And guys, are we even asking for too much? Kate does not work 90% of the month, of every given month. She can book a regular mani pedi session. She doesn't even have to wear, because looking at her feet, she doesn't even cut her nails properly, right? Some light paint. And this just confirms what we've been saying, guys. Kate and William are not living in the same house. And I know that, or she hates this man. As a woman attracted to her man, a woman getting her back blown out on the regular, those nails won't be looking like that too. They lie. Kate looks like a woman who hasn't made eye contact with a man in at least 10 years. I know this because I don't date myself. But even then, when I am getting ready to be imaginably attractive to a potential man, I get myself together. And let me leave man or woman out of this. The point is presentation. Your Kate, your literal only job is to show up. That is all. That is all the British media expect from this woman, to appear. You are not eating, so you have time to at least get your hair done, put some makeup, and do your nails and feet. Ladies and gentlemen, am I asking for too much? And the reason why it pisses me off is the sloppiness is the point. She and her husband are collecting £2 million a month from the British taxpayer. And the excuse is, oh, Kate fosters our spirit. The British royal family, they boost the national morale. Girl, you can't even show up looking presentable. So if you're not going to show up looking presentable, when you do show up once every other week, then why are we paying you £2 million a month? Can someone in the chat let me know if I'm being difficult? And this is why we tell you young women to go and work, to work, to achieve something. Because when you start setting standards for yourself, you know, you will know intuitively what is not acceptable. We can't stop her from dressing the way she dresses, like somebody's grandmother's lonely aunt. We can't convince her to eat because her so-called fans are ignoring her eating disorder. But are we wrong for bullying her? For not bothering to show up put together? I don't think so. Let me know in the chat. I was appalled when I saw her feet. I'm very disgusted and annoyed. Shame on you, Kate. Shame on you. Because your continuing mediocrity continues to make every woman look bad. And don't forget, this woman is about to be the Queen of England. Is this what we're going to have to look forward to? During the reign of House Lazy, aka the Windsors. This is a very interesting piece of information, ladies and gentlemen. Now, for those of you who've come on my channel, you know there is very little I despise more than the Commonwealth. The continued existence of the royal family comes a close second. The Commonwealth, I am very happy to now say, is now one of the most, is the one institution I despise even more than the royal family because of what it represents. The insult to every exploited, brutalized, raped country that still continues to carry the Commonwealth banner. Shame on all of you and your leadership for not removing yourself from this pointless association. Shout out again to Feminegra. I love the way she covered this. BBC scraps Commonwealth Day broadcast and monarchists are furious. The BBC has quietly scrapped its live broadcast of the royal family's annual waste of time Commonwealth Day service at Westminster Abbey, and the usual royal commentators are, their nipples are hard and they're upset. They are furious. Instead of reminding the British monarchy of their colonial past, the BBC will show an episode of Escape to the Country. I wonder what happened. Could it have something to do with the BAFTA N-word fiasco? Let's find out. For decades, the broadcaster televised this ceremony as one of the monarch's big annual calendar events. But amid funding pressures and budget costs, the BBC has decided not to waste their time this year because nobody's going to watch it. And well, yeah, not because it's offensive. Oh no, no, no. It's because money. And you know, if you recall last year, I was very irritated I was so angry about the Commonwealth Day because to me, Skeletor was giggling like a moron. And I thought, what is funny about this? And it clicked to me like these things sometimes do. The BBC felt comfortable airing the N word, shouted at two black men presenting, ruining their night, and causing such a stink that 2 weeks after, Warner Brothers is still putting their high heels on BBC's necks. Shout out to them, by the way. It then clicked. The BBC doesn't give a damn about sensitivity because they don't care about black people. The Commonwealth in their mind is black people. If they had said they looked at it and they realized that celebrating what was exploitation and trauma for people of color is bad and we probably shouldn't be doing it, I would have been shocked. But then they would never come up with that argument because they don't understand that things that hurt black and brown people is important or is relevant. If they didn't even see anything wrong with airing the N word, then why would they appreciate the cultural sensitivity and significance of the so-called Commonwealth Day? A mess. But let's read this. The BBC has scrapped its, from GB News, its live broadcast next Monday's Commonwealth service as Westminster Abbey, opting instead to air an episode of Escape to the Country. The national broadcaster attributed the decision to budgetary constraints. A BBC spokesman defended the scheduling change, saying the move reflects the difficult choices we have to make in light of our funding challenges. BBC News will still cover the service across its platform, including bulletins and rolling news channel. Royal author and Majesty magazine clown Ingrid Seward condemned the move, calling it an appalling and ridiculous decision. I wonder why she cares so much. Oh, right, because she writes a magazine nobody reads and she needs content. She argued the ceremony is one of the most important dates in the diary for celebrating Commonwealth. Very quickly, Ingrid Seward, what is the Commonwealth? What does it mean? And what does it signify? The Westminster Abbey service has taken place annually since 1972 and has been televised by the BBC since 1989. It brings together representatives from all the ex-colonies, 50 states, with King Charles serving as the head of the organization. Charles and Camilla are expected to attend alongside Billy Idol and Skeletor with 1,800 guests from the congregation, including high commissioners, officials, and figures from creative industries. This is very interesting. So let's talk about it. The slow decline of royal pageantry is finally hitting TV. The hysterical reaction to this decision is honestly hilarious. Royal commentators are acting like BBC just cancelled Christmas. Who wants to bet that's coming next? But let's be honest, outside of a very small group of monarchists, royal reporter, absolutely nobody is watching this garbage. That's the truth. The idea that millions across the Commonwealth are desperate to tune in and watch the monarchy celebrate its oppression of our people is downright insulting. Let me not even say delusional, insulting. The Commonwealth exactly includes countries that were once colonized by the British. Many of those countries are debating how to remove the monarchy, such as Jamaica, India, and South Africa. The idea that they are sitting down and watching this garbage is, anyway. What really seems to be bothering the royal commentators is something else. Guys, it's the writing on the wall, and she's right. The slow decline of these events. Even the BBC cannot even justify wasting their money on that garbage anymore. It sends a message that nobody cares. We saw the picture. Let me take you guys back upstairs, right? This is the picture from last year. There's nobody here. But you know who else is, but you know who attended? Not my king. The Republican protesters were the only people who showed up. And if people are not showing up, you trust and believe nobody is tuning in to watch this garbage. I don't know what to tell you. The outrage from hound dog Ingrid Seward is quite funny. This is the same royal who confidently predicted that Harry and Meghan will divorce in 5 years. So her idea Her track record of judging royal relevance is nonsense. At the end of the day, this is a reality check for the shit show family. The BBC doesn't have the money to be making them feel good about their shitty pageantry that nobody cares for and nobody gives a shit. The last time anybody tuned in to watch this garbage was when Her Royal Highness the Princess Aromaka, Meghan of House Sussex, showed up in that beautiful green. I believe that she was wearing green because she has Nigerian ancestry, but that's neither here nor there. Harry looks fine as well. So, yes, while I believe that the reason why this should have happened was because it is a continuing insult to members of the Commonwealth for this garbage to keep on going on, it also makes me happy at the BBC is saying, we don't have money to pretend you guys are relevant. So go and figure it out. Maybe they can live stream it from their website. Oh, yeah, sorry. I still wouldn't watch it unless it's just to drag all of them. So, yes, the continuing suffering and do you know what I'm loving about it, guys? It makes me very happy to see them daily get humiliated on different platforms as the world reminds them, even the BBC, their sycophants are reminding them that we don't have any, we haven't got it. Sorry. Your stuff is just not interesting enough to justify the cost. I love this for them. Now I'm going to show you a little treat of Billy Idol getting rocked in public, getting roundly humiliated and booed. Let me get, I think I have that video. Let me check. Ah, there it is. Let me check. I hope I have that video because I specifically, when I saw it, I retweeted it. So I could play it for you all. So we can watch it and laugh. Ah, yes. Ladies and gentlemen, let me start with this video. This is the person that was supposed to bring peace to the Middle East. And I love that they mentioned it here. I see the statement is now busy taking orders for a takeaway. I guess the Middle East will have to wait. This press, if they were brave, they will ask him, how's that Middle East peace plan going? Do you have any cooks in passes? This is your future king, ladies and gentlemen, who collects at least 2 million.
Hello, good afternoon. Do we have any steak frozen pastas? We've got plenty, yes. How many would you like? Do you have any cooked steak pastas available? Yes. We do, yeah. Yes, we do. What time do you close? 2 o'clock. We're closing 2 o'clock. 1:45 would be lovely.
Yeah, 1:45.
Yeah. Do you want me to take an order from you? 10 frozen pastas, please.
I can do that.
We've got plenty of cooked ones. Just need some fresh ones now. 10 frozen. And 5 cooked ones.
Perfect. Can we take a name?
That's 50, yeah. And what name is that? Juicy. Josie. Sorry, Josie. I thought you said Juicy. My apologies. We've got it.
Got that written down.
The pasties will be juicy, you're right. We've got 15 pasties named down for you, Josie, for 1:45. 5 freshly cooked ones and 10 frozen. Bye-bye, Josie. Bye.
People are going to say that I'm being shady. And maybe I am. Because is there anything wrong with levity? Of course not. Of course not. I love a good sense of humor. And considering him and his brother have the same cadence to their voice, I could easily imagine Harry doing something like this. But you see, levity, there's no room for levity, in my opinion, when you are somebody who doesn't do anything for anyone. If William decides that he doesn't want to be a king with real statesman skills, because this man is almost 50 And they've been letting us know since he was 30 years old that he is slowly becoming a statesman. I'm 20 years in, William, father of 3 children, husband, well, husband, 5 years from 50, and we're still celebrating the fact that he is very statesman-like. What are we doing here? Now, if he wants to be man about town, because like, look, look, I can be reasonable. I can accept that William is not very bright, doesn't have any real ambitions, is lazy. I don't think he can read. I stand by that. Until they give him a book that he has not practiced with, and he's able to read the entire page in front of everybody live, I'm not going to believe this man can read. Sorry, right? Not particularly bright, has had the best of everything, and continues to collect at least £2 million of our money, not to mention his inheritances, all the rents that he collects from public services, all that money that he collects from princes all over the world. If he wants to give that up or get it taxed properly, sell it all and go and become a quiet farmer, harassing his serfs in Cornwall or Cotswolds or Norfolk, and I never have to see or hear from him again, go with God. But to keep on pretending that this man has anything, anything to inspire anybody, especially as somebody that is about to attain kingship, is deeply insulting. And that's why I call him your king. He's not mine. Neither is Skeletor, because these people are, this is the person that was going to bring us peace.
We just take it from.
How's that coming along, William? Where's that Middle Eastern peace? We're waiting for it. You see? See the British press telling us that the royal Trump whisperers will be forced to save Starmer. By gassing up the British royal family, I don't think they realize that they're pissing people off, actually. I'm looking for where he got heckled. Oh, yes. For this one, did you guys see this article? The royals' revolting greed and entitlement. Gross expenses claimed from Royal John's you pay for. The grotesque wealth of Edward, Anne, and Sophie, and the millions pouring into William's pockets. Well, I never. But I'm shocked. Shocked. The fact that they're even going after them like this it's interesting. Different. Oh God, guys, sorry. I mistakenly clicked out of that. Let me quickly play William getting heckled, because that's funny. I think that's a nice way to wind down the live. Where is it? Where is it? Where's that video? I love how you see. Do you see how Skeletor is smiling? I need her to stop smiling like that. I need that. If Kate, if you take nothing from me, stop that aggressive, almost violent smiling you do. You need to stop it until you gain at least 20 pounds. Please stop. Okay, let's listen to this, guys.
How long have you known about Andrew? How long have you known about Andrew?
Spoil it.
I love how you said,
Spoil what? I'm just asking a question.
It's a pleasant visit. Why you want to ask him that question at this particular time? Why you
It's the only chance I get to speak to him. I've never had a chance to speak to him before, and I wanted to know the answer.
What were you looking to get from that?
you want an answer?
Oh, he hoped for an answer, but didn't get it.
No, not at all. You don't want, do you want to give me your details? No. You don't? Right, thank you. Appreciate that.
Excuse me. Excuse me. We are still part of the EHCR in the UK, and people have a right to ask questions. William is not God. The fuck? Hell, I would even say this. If Harry came to the UK and he was asked the same question, I wouldn't be surprised. I'm sorry. People are angry about this stuff. You're a member of the royal family. People will ask you this question. If you guys remember, when Harry was in Jordan last week, the British press were categorically told not to ask him about his family or Andrew. You have to expect it. You can't use the police to hide you. Isn't that why you're a member of the public? He got heckled, and of course, there's always a single fan. If you notice, these people always go, guys, to the most obscure part of the UK where they still have fans who are desperate. Some of them have mental illness, it's going to be 500%. A lot of people that they're willing. Even Yorkshire Lass has to admit, even Prince William is getting heckled in the streets over his involvement with the Andrew scandal. You can't keep hiding this stuff. It's not going away. You can bring the police to harass every member of the public you want. People will ask. Girl, I don't know. Like I said, the British media have enabled these people. Enabled them. You've allowed them to you play instead of if and this is the thing, guys. If the British media had held the royal family to any level of accountability, maybe they would have stepped up. But no, you baby them, you protect them. And now when the hard realities hit, they are not prepared. Where is William's crisis manager, please? Has she resigned? Did she go? What happened? You see? This is what I'm saying. The way they report news, Meghan cut ties. Not that Meghan ended the relationship. See? Intentionally going out of their way to misinform or to make a simple situation appear more drastic than it is. Missing out on the fact that Meghan now owns 100% of her IP. This is her shit now. I told you guys at the beginning. I won't repeat it. But that's not how they report it. They're all reporting it negatively. They gave this guy so much backlash. He had to come and change it. Moron. How about report it correctly the first time? See? What do you mean Meghan had a slow growth? Everything she has sold out. And yes, sometimes I let it get to me because it's annoying. Because the average person is not going to do this type of check, right? They won't check. They will just assume, oh, sorry, is this what you're saying? They'll just assume the nonsense they are saying is true. Meghan, we love you. See? Netflix exits Meghan's $64 scented candle business. See? You see how, even THR, see how they are reporting this shit. Anything to make clickbait. Anything to make her look like she doesn't know what she's doing. And that's the thing that gets me about the royal family. They have created this industry of liars around them. They can't even tell the truth to save their lives. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you, my dear. Mwah, mwah, mwah. So guys, please give a like to Fresh Face. I appreciate you, dear. I don't want to talk about the. I don't want. I had to report on the Windsors and the criminal Yorks, and all of them are all criminals. But let's not spoil the joy of the day, ladies and gentlemen. Let's bring it back to Duchess Megan. To close, what are you guys thinking? Oh, the network is not very good, apparently. Oh no. What are we thinking for Megan? What do we think she's going to do next? I don't know, but I look forward to it. I can't wait until she announces international shipping. So yeah, thank you guys. This has been a very, very, very good day. I know that Netflix is no longer part of the picture. I look forward to seeing what Megan. Personally, I don't know what you guys thinking. I'm thinking international shipping. I'm thinking she might go into partnership with another company or not. I don't know. All I know is, Meg, we need these goods internationally. I don't know how you're going to do it. I look forward to seeing it. But for those of you that are coming into my chat and saying Megan is suffering, don't forget that it was leaked that Megan has sold $27 million worth of products just from her jam sales, by the way. So now that she 100% owns her IP, that 27 million is going to go into her pocket, straight into her bank account. And she's now selling her stuff in bundles. And she's expanding her line. I look forward to seeing what Megan does next. And let me say in closing, for many of you, please take inspiration from Megan. Take inspiration from her. If you have a goal, if you have a dream, if you have something that you'd like to achieve, don't let anybody tell you you can't do what you need to do. Believe in yourself. Trust the process. Be patient with yourself. Don't be afraid to fail. Failure is not a bad thing. You welcome it. Failure is learning. Thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate you all. Good night.